Starseed Showdown. Experience the unknown.
A starseed is a galactic, is an old soul that originated in the higher dimensions and volunteered to incarnate in this low dimensional Earth, or this very dense frequency Earth, in order to help save the planet and kind of infiltrate it from within. So that was part of the two-way part. That was the first part, is that the galactics decided to incarnate many galactics, and so that's what a starseed is. Now, one of the indicators that could confirm to you that you're a starseed is feeling that you are not at home, feeling different, feeling in a sense like you miss home and not fitting in at all. So if you've always felt odd, if you always felt like you were missing home and that you weren't that you knew in your heart that you weren't from this world, then you're definitely a starseed. If you felt different, it's when we decided to incarnate, we knew that there was going to be some sort of a disconnection from our original galactic self, our immortal self. So that's the reason we have no memory of it. But we came here to shatter that. We came here to actually destroy the implants that were installed in our astral body long ago by the fallen Anunnaki in order to keep us in in this type of slavery system, or this holographic matrix that we've been existing in for the last thousands of years. But that's all shattering, because those implants that they implanted in our astral body are now actually dissolving, allowing for the other strands of DNA to reconnect, rebundle, and allowing for a full genetic upgrade to take place. And then when that happens, all our memories are going to be flooding to the surface, and we're going to all have access to who we were before volunteering here as an earthling. Everyone's gonna remember who their galactic self is. We actually been genetically modified and spliced and added for actually millions of years. We're actually the end point, or the final masterpiece of a long interbreeding agenda that actually manifested in prior creations before this universe. So this universe, you could say, is the potpourri of all the other universes, where all the other universes contributed their DNA, flora, fauna to make this universe as the melting pot of the multiverse. And then within this universe, our galaxy was chosen to become the melting pot of the entire universe. And then within this galaxy, the Earth was chosen. So to answer your question, we here on Earth, the humans, carry the greatest diversity because we're the end result of this intergalactic genetic experiment that has been going on for billions of years. So it started off with about 100 races that consolidated the genetics of many different galactic races from all these different universes. And then those 100 races then further contributed their DNA to 24 races. And then those 24 races also contributed their DNA to only 12 races. And that explains the 12 tribes and the original 12 extraterrestrials that came together to now make us. So we are like the pinnacle, we're like the apex, the culmination, whatever you want to call it, the end result of this intergalactic genetic experiment that has been going on for billions of years, that involves many, many, many universes. And there's a reason for that. It appears that the Earth, within the super universe segment, which is only one half of the central universe. For those that haven't read my book, I describe the idea that our Earth is one. I'm sorry, our universe is one of many universes that is organized into a bigger body of cosmos known as the seventh super universe of Arventon. Now, there are 6 other super universes that are like Arventon, but those universes have been completed. So, from what I understand, based on my research, is that the Earth marks the completion of the entire periphery of Arventon, and that's why the Earth is known as the living library, or the intergalactic exchange center of information throughout Arventon. But there's another reason why. The second reason is because throughout all of cosmic history, the entire war, the entire battle against this greater evil beyond the Draco, beyond the regressive biological entities, it has to do with artificial intelligence. And it's an artificial intelligence that actually was developed in a prior creation known as the 11th universe of mechanics, which I very well detailed in my book, Our Cosmic Origin. And then, from that point, not only did it destroy all biological life in the 11th creation, but this AI became so powerful that it was able to infiltrate and leak into other universes. And that's why many universes came together in council, because they couldn't stop this cosmic virus. It was spreading way too fast because of its exponential growth. And so the higher level councils that are beyond the level of local universes, operating from the super universe of Orvanton, actually had the call. They heeded the call, and they came together and said the only solution to put an end to this cosmic virus is if we get all the energies, all the biologies of all the universes, and we put them into one spot, and in one race, one genome. And then that would be the new chosen race, the most powerful race in the multiverse, because it'll be the combined sum power of all the galactics that have ever existed throughout the entire multiverse, and that includes millions and millions of universes. So that's the reason why we are the most prized jewel of all creation, because we are the end of that intergalactic experiment. In other words, we are the hope of the universe. We are the new royalty. The Galactus really value our DNA because of the power that we have, because with that also, we were the only race that inherited what became known as source code. And source code is the idea that with these bodies, if we were to reach beyond 40-50% of our genetic material, we would start accessing levels of power that have never been heard of before, to the point that if we ever do reach 100%, it would almost be as if prime creator source was operating through us, which is what every ET out there is scared of. They're scared of our dormant DNA, because they know that according to the great galactic and intergalactic prophecy, a day would come when certain members of the human race, like the Starseeds, the elect, would be the ones that would turn on that DNA, and then at that point, that would be game over for the entire cosmic virus that is being led by this ancient AI. So that's the reason why the Earthlings on the Earth, especially the Starseeds, because we're the ones that are going to be the pioneers of that. We're the ones that are going to be like the mutants, or the X-Men type people when this dormant DNA begins to rebundle.